Hello, I'm Michelle. I'm moody today. It happens to me. I was on the porch the other day with God, and I was like, God, I got so many emotions, and people say things and hurt my feelings, and I cry. But then when you look in the Bible, it says she cries. I cry. I try not to. Like right now, I miss Alex. Our telepathic connection has been completed and it's completely connected, and he can hear me and I can hear him, and I know that it's not me just thinking anymore, it's him. And um you know and I saw him for a few minutes a few days ago, and I wanted to see him for longer, and I didn't, and I couldn't get mad because I love him and I understand that he's busy and stuff, and so I didn't get mad or anything. What I did was I got sad, and when I get sad, I get sick to my stomach, and I can't eat, and I get sick to my stomach, and it was awful, and so I was trying to work through that, so I didn't go see my father. The next day it was convenient that it rained. It was not a coincidence. It was a convenience. It did it today. I asked it to rain and it rained. It wasn't supposed to. So, because I needed, because I am overwhelmed sometimes. Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm overwhelmed sometimes. Okay, our connection is complete, and I miss him, and he knows it, and we talk, and I try not to be sad, but when you really love somebody, and you never had love, and you really love them for all kinds of different reasons, and the reasons I love Alex are so many reasons. I mean, the first time I saw him weep, it was, I never seen a man weep real honest to God, not gaining anything out of it, pure sorrow, sadness, tears, authenticity. I'd never seen it. I'd seen guys cry at getting caught. I'd seen guys try to cry and manipulate a woman to get her to stay with them. But I'd never seen a man, I myself personally had never seen a man cry sorrow tears that were honestly based off of love. And, I noticed it, but I didn't put too much in, because he was 20 years younger than me. And I had a thing about it, and at the time I looked like a little old beanbag. It was miserable. I'm a lot smaller now. But anyway, apparently happiness will do that. Anyway, so then, I was going to my father's house, and one time I went, my father wasn't home, and Alex was there, and nobody else was there, and we talked, and I came out of my body. I had an out-of-body experience because a man came up on the porch, and I watched Alex's eyes shudder, and then I looked to see what he was looking at, because I saw his eyes shudder, and you may not know what that means, but I do, and I saw it. I saw his eyes. Your eyes are the mirror window to your soul. Your soul is a light. You are a light. When the light's gone, you're gone, but a soul never dies. But anyway, 911, his eyes shuttered, and I saw him closed. Not physically closed, but the openness that was in his eyes closed. Like it was reserved just for me. I looked over, saw that man, looked back at him. He looked at me with his eyes shuttered, and I physically felt myself go whoom, whoom, back into my body. Astroplaning, soul release, whatever you want to call it. I ain't found the word for it yet. I do stuff supernaturally, and then I gotta go find the technical word for it so other people know what the Sam Hill I'm talking about, because I'll call it a dooflachi in a hot minute. I'll just try to explain it to you. Ooh-wee. So anyway, okay, then another time I touched him on his chest, his heart stopped, I couldn't feel his heartbeat, and I couldn't take my hand off his chest, and I had been meaning to say, I had all this stuff that I was prepared to say, like fast, quick, and in a hurry, because he looked really good, but I was still trying to, be that auntie, and I put my hand on his chest, his heart stopped, every thought flew out of my mind, and I don't know exactly how long we stood there, but we stood there for a minute, I'm pretty sure, and then he was like, I'm busy, I have to go, and I'm like, but, because I don't know, but, okay, so, when I say that I feel love, it is not something that can be denied, and it is not something that you think you are in. you know, you get physical symptoms. Your heart swells. You can't stop thinking about them. And, okay, well, I didn't fall in love immediately. I loved him immediately, but I love everybody immediately because that's what it says to be like and do like in the Bible. He told me about some things about him that made me think that he was sad. That made me think that he felt alone. And I loved him for that because I understood it. But I'm strong and I can take it and I can be your friend and I can talk you up. You might never be able to talk me up, but I can talk you up. He showed me he was kind. He showed me he was thoughtful. He showed me he was generous. He showed me he was humble. He showed me he could dance. He showed me he could sing. He showed me he could be funny. He showed me he could be fierce. He showed me he could be loyal. He showed me he could be humble. He showed me he could be honest. He showed me he could be good. He showed me he can cook a little bit. He showed me he has patience. You're going to have patience with me. I'm a little on the slow side. My slow is fast, but my slow is slow. When it's slow, it's out the money, Methuselah. Kiss me. You're walking too fast. But, so, yeah. So, I got my hair all braided up and everything. I'm going to wear it loose tomorrow. It's finna rain again. Yay. So, anyway. So, yeah. So, to all those who think that true love doesn't exist, it does. But here's the catch. You got to wait for it. They got to be ready for it. You got to be ready for it. You got to understand that saying mean and nasty, awful things to each other is not something that's just going to be allowed. You can't just say I love you and then just act any old kind of way. Love won't let you do that. Not real love. So if you have a situation where you are barking at somebody all the time and you can stay mad at them longer than 3 days, you are not in love with them. Because I could be a little tiny upset with Alex, and it's only happened a couple times. Well, yeah, a couple times. And I twitched and popped, and as soon as I saw him, I forgot all about it because he was here, and I could see him, and he had not changed, and he was not mean, and he was not rude, he was not crude, he was not belligerent, he was not sarcastic or snide, he was not passive-aggressive. You understand? Did not give me any reason to beat him up. But the things that bother me, I talk to him about. Because a little thing over time can become a big thing. A grain of sand over time can become a pearl. A lump of coal over time can become a diamond. So a little annoyance over time can become a problem. And since I'm a firm believer of nip it in the bud, don't get it started if you don't keep it started, I'll say something. Because I know that it'll cause me to feel a certain way. And if I keep it in, it will get bigger. And as it gets bigger and more blown up inside my mind, and it may be a small thing, but the more I dwell on it, the more I think about it and stuff, the bigger it can become. And the bigger it becomes, the more anxious I become. The more anxious I become, the more defiant I am. And the more defiant I am, the more argumentative I could be. And I don't like to argue. So I believe in nipping it in the bud. Why take that time? Why waste all of that time when all I have to say is, baby, please. Blah, 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 blah. Yay? And if they love you, they're like, okay, baby. Okay, baby. So, anyway, I asked God one day, I told God about me coming out of my body and going back in my body in 2 sections, boom, boom, and feeling it. And I looked at him, I said, is that love? And he just smiled and he said, yes. I was like, oh, okay. And then, I'm a dweller, so it took me a couple of days to realize that, because everything that I thought about Alex was good, except for the little 2 disagreements that I had. And we fixed that. Yay. We win. But that scared you. Yeah, that's another thing. It ain't about I win or him win. It's about us win. Whatever makes us better makes us better. And until you can feel like that with a person, you shouldn't have sex with them. You really shouldn't. Because God designed sex to feel good. And as somebody that may not be as enlightened as you need to be, that good feeling can translate over into, ooh, me think me love him. Or me think me love her. And then, after the variety of it wears off, and there's no love, then you have effectively wasted your time, wasted your little bit of emotion, and created a situation that could have been avoided if you'd just waited and did like it says. I don't know. I understand. I understand looking though. I do. I looked. Oh my God. But I never fell in love. I tell you all day long I love you, but you never hear me say I'm in love with you. Ooh, you almost got, whoa. Sorry, I got hot. I'm hot talking about Alex. So, oh my God. Anyway, so, sex is designed to be good. It's self-control until you find the one that you cannot live without, with or without sex. If you can't live without them without sex, then, And the value of it only being one person is you got no memories of anybody else that you got to burn through. You got no stuff that you got to deal with And there's a lot of stuff to deal with, and there's plenty of stuff out there on, what happens when you do the wrong thing. But I have to go because my 15 minutes of fame are running out. Bye.